Your silent battle is preparing you for greater things. What if the silence you're enduring isn't punishment, but preparation for greatness? What if being unseen is exactly where silent redemption begins? Some of the most powerful transformations, spiritual healing, emotional healing, and silent transformations happen far from applause, deep where no one is watching. Your healing journey isn't a sign that you're losing. It's proof that you're being crafted for something extraordinary. As James 1:12 reminds us, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." While the world glorifies noise and quick victories, you're quietly building inner peace. Writing your redemption story, awakening to a spiritual healing far greater than you ever imagined. Stay close. Because your silent battle could be the very foundation of a breakthrough no one, not even you, saw coming. Sometimes during the healing journey, it feels like the world just doesn't notice the pain you're carrying. Silent transformations happen so deep inside that even you can't fully explain them. It's like tending to an invisible wound while everyone around you only sees the forced smiles. During this process, spiritual healing and emotional healing walk side by side, even when the audience of life is absent. Yet God works in silence, shaping every detail of a new redemption story. As Ecclesiastes 3:11 declares, "He has made everything beautiful in its time." When someone walks through silent battles, the feeling of isolation can be brutal. Imagine planting a rare tree in an empty field. No one sees the roots growing, only the emptiness on the surface. Faith and redemption work the same way, trusting that even without applause, something greater is being born. A practical step? Keep a prayer journal and note small victories. It reveals the hidden miracles forming behind your spiritual awakening. Like Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Many forget that some of God's greatest works began hidden. Brain spotting, for instance, accesses emotions the world may never see. Likewise, the healing journey is built brick by brick, often in darkness. If your battle feels invisible today, maybe God is preparing the ground for a redemption story that will inspire many. There's an unshakable power forged in the battles nobody sees. During a silent transformation, when the outside world stays silent and applause is absent, the soul is quietly strengthened. Spiritual healing and emotional healing are often happening, most fiercely when life seems still. It's in the silence that Christian motivation becomes more than just words. It becomes a lifeline. Just like gold purified in fire, your healing journey is forging a foundation unshakable by future storms. As 1 Peter 5:10 says, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." Think about how a tree's roots grow deeper during droughts. Your silent seasons are opportunities to build inner peace, the kind that doesn't depend on circumstances. Someone investing time in brain spotting or deep prayer during these seasons discovers that redemption stories don't come from loud victories, but from silent persistence. A practical step? Dedicate even 10 minutes a day to intentional silence, inviting God to shape what others can't see yet. Like it says in Matthew 6:6, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." Every spiritual awakening has its invisible battles, Trauma and faith often wrestle in the background, hidden from public view. But that's where true growth happens. Silent battles are not wasted, they're sacred. They're where strength matures, faith roots itself, and redemption quietly prepares to bloom. Real growth doesn't happen when everything is easy and bright. It's during the unseen struggles, the late nights of prayer, and the silent tears that true spiritual healing and emotional healing take root. A healing journey often begins where hope feels distant. Just like a seed must break underground before it ever sees the sun, silent transformations happen where no one is looking. Every Christian motivation worth living comes from battles fought and won in the dark. As John 12:24 reminds us, "Very truly I tell you, unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds." Think of how muscles grow stronger by being torn and rebuilt. In the same way, inner strength is forged through silent battles that test trauma and faith together. A practical way to embrace this is starting a hidden growth journal. Record unseen victories like choosing peace over anger or faith over fear. Those tiny, silent choices will bloom into visible redemption stories. Like Galatians 6:9 encourages us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Darkness is not the end. It's the beginning of every spiritual awakening. It's where inner peace is planted, where the deepest roots of character grow. Silent transformation is sacred soil for the miracles you're yet to see. Waiting in silence can feel like a lifetime. When prayers seem unanswered and dreams are delayed, it's easy to believe nothing is happening. But the healing journey teaches us that spiritual healing and emotional healing often unfold quietly, like roots strengthening beneath the soil. Faith and redemption are born when trust is stretched beyond comfort. In moments when you feel forgotten, God is preparing a redemption story deeper and richer than you could build on your own. As Isaiah 60:22 reminds us, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." Imagine the process of refining silver. The craftsman must keep the metal in fire until he sees his reflection. Similarly, silent transformations shape us until we reflect God's character more clearly. A practical way to trust His timing? Practice daily surrender. Write down your fears and place them symbolically at God's feet. As Proverbs 3:5-6 teaches, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Christian motivation reminds us, God's silence is not absence, it's preparation. Trauma and faith wrestle quietly, but growth continues unseen. Silent transformation seasons demand radical trust. Trust that God's clock runs perfectly, even when ours feels broken. Seeds planted in faith will bloom exactly when the soil is ready. The moment you feel like giving up is often the moment your breakthrough is just around the corner. Spiritual healing and emotional healing often reach their peak right after the deepest valleys. The healing journey is full of silent victories that build momentum when you least expect it. Silent transformations work slowly, like the unseen pressure that cracks the hardest rock. Faith and redemption whisper that even when nothing looks different, everything inside you is being prepared for the miracle. As Galatians 6:9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Picture a dam holding back a massive river. For years, pressure builds quietly behind the wall. Then in one powerful moment, it all breaks through. In the same way, the spiritual awakening you've been praying for is gathering strength behind the scenes. Visualize the life you're asking God for. Write it, speak it, see it, even before it materializes. As Mark 11:24 says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Christian motivation isn't about pretending everything is easy. It's about believing in redemption stories even when the evidence is invisible. Trauma and faith may collide behind the curtain, but your silent perseverance is writing a masterpiece. Right now, you might be one silent prayer away from your next breakthrough. What will you choose to do with your silent battles? Will you bury them in bitterness, or will you let them shape the redemption story only you were meant to live? Your healing journey, your spiritual healing, your inner peace, they all begin when you stop waiting for the noise and start trusting the silence. As 2 Corinthians 4:17 reminds us, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." What step could you take today that your future self will thank you for? If you're ready to turn silent pain into unstoppable purpose, subscribe to Silent Redemption and hit the notification bell. Because the transformation you seek is already in motion. And your next breakthrough might just be one video away.